Hey out there, this is Jacques Hopkins, creator of Piano in 21 Days, and in this video we've got a song learning example. We're going to be doing Let It Go from the movie Frozen. Frozen 1, way back when. My kids are a big fan. Frozen 2 has since come out. Who knows? By the time you're watching this video, maybe we have Frozen 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Great movies. I enjoy watching them with my kids, but you're probably familiar with that epic song from Frozen 1 called Let It Go, where Elsa sings it after she's kind of gone off and she's been kind of shunned away from the kingdom, and she's kind of becoming owning who she really is. She's letting all the other things go. Let's push that aside and keep moving forward as far as the piano goes and not show my love for Disney kid movies too much. So in this video, I'm going to be going over that song and showing you how to play that song using my 5-step song learning process. We're not using sheet music. We're not using traditional methods. We're not going to be playing the melody on the piano either. This is, in my opinion, the most bang for your buck way to learn new songs, right? You're not going to be like the world's greatest Let It Go player, but you're going to be able to play a very competent version of the song in not that long. Now, there are a few prerequisites here because I'm not going to be teaching you how to play piano in this song. I'm assuming you've got a basic understanding of a few things to be able to apply these 5 steps. I assume you know most of the chords. There's a few tricky chords in this song, like suspended chords and slash chords. So hopefully you know most of the chords. I'm not going to be showing you how to play all the chords, like all the formulas and everything in this song. Hopefully you're kind of beyond that. I've got plenty of other videos on the channel about how to play chords. And then I'm also assuming in terms of prerequisites that you know most of the improvisation tools at this point. Whether you've learned that from the Piano in 21 Days course or some of my other videos on YouTube and whatnot, that is another thing that I'm kind of assuming you know most of those, and I'm not directly going to teach those in this video. The point of this video is applying the 5 steps to an actual song example, because my ultimate goal for you in learning piano is to teach you the concepts, give you the tools you need to learn songs, because that's what playing the piano is. It's playing songs, and then not have you coming back to me every time you want to learn a new song. This is just a demonstration of how I would apply these 5 steps to a particular song, and then you can take it and go off and you can apply it to whatever song it is that you want to be playing. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into the first step of the 5 steps, and that is to find the chords, all right? So one tool we're going to use to help us find the chords is whatever search engine you enjoy using. So for this example, I will use Google. And what you do is you type into the search engine, you type in the name of the song, followed by the word chords, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and type in Let It Go chords. Almost every time that first result is going to be a good result from Google. And honestly, most of the time it's going to be from a site called ultimateguitar.com. Very good site. I definitely trust it for the most part. Just a warning, if you're accessing this site from like a phone or a tablet, they really push you hard to download the app and pay for the app. You don't really need that to just get the basic chords for a song. Just a little disclaimer for you there. So I have now found the chords to this song, and within this step are a few things. We need to make sure we know how to play all the chords in this song. Usually you'll get kind of a summary of the chords that are in the song kind of at the top like you see here. But also, if you don't see that summary at the top, you could also go to the actual song with the lyrics and the chords right on top of the lyric and just scan through the different chords and make sure you know how to play them. We also need to make sure that we end up playing this song in the same key as the singer, because future steps require us to play along with the artist version of the song. And so we need to make sure we're playing the same key. If you see anything about the words transpose or capo anywhere on the chord chart, that probably means that the chords on the chord chart don't necessarily match the chords that the artist is actually playing. Now, I'm not going to get into a detailed explanation of all things on transposing here, but put simply, we just need to digitally transpose our keyboard. I assume most of you out there probably have a digital piano or keyboard and not necessarily an acoustic piano, one that plugs in, and most of the ones that are digital that plug in have a transpose function. And it's usually different on every different brand of keyboard. So look up in your manual for your particular keyboard on how to transpose, all right? So this song says capo first fret. If it would say like capo 1 or transpose 1, all those mean the same thing. It actually is, capo is a guitar term because transposing on a guitar is actually super easy. There's this little device called a capo that you just moving up and down the fretboard based on like how many semitones you want to change the key of the song, if you want to change the key on the song. So in this case, for example, like the first chord in this song is an E minor. Well, because it's capo 1, because it's transpose 1, that means that the first chord of the artist's version is not necessarily E minor. It's actually 1 off from E minor. So we need to transpose 1 our keyboard. And by the way, if you have like an acoustic piano that cannot be transposed and you want to play along with the artist's version, you have to actually play the chords that the artist is playing. So let me show you that. There's a wonderful transpose function on Ultimate Guitar and a lot of other chord chart sites. And if I just hit the +1 on transpose, because it's set up here, capo first fret, these are the actual chords that the artist is playing in the song. You can see in this song, there's a lot of like sharps, right? And whether it's piano or guitar, typically less black notes is kind of easier, right? It's easier to play, let me go back to the way it was before I did that, like it's easier to play C and D than it is to play C sharp and D sharp and so on. So that's why they're saying, hey, just go ahead and transpose it 1 and then use these chords right here, E minor, C, D, and so on. So if you have a piano or a keyboard that you can't transpose, then, and you want to play along with the artist version, you're gonna need to use these chords right here with a lot of sharps in it. And that's okay, you should be able to play these. But if you wanna make it easier for yourself, you can actually transpose your keyboard and play these chords that are a little simpler. So I'm gonna go ahead and transpose my keyboard 1. And so that very first chord, the E minor, when I play it, that should actually be coming out. You should be actually hearing an F minor, all right? I'm playing the keys, the keyboard keys of an E minor, but you should be hearing an F minor. And we'll know shortly once I play along with the artist version whether I did my transposing correctly. So with that transposing spiel out of the way, I want to make sure that I can kind of play all of the chords that are going to be in the song. So we had our E minor, we had our C major, we have a D major, we have an A sus4, which kind of looks like that. We have an A minor, we have an A major, lots of different A varieties there. We have a C add 9, which I like to play like this. We have a G major, we have a D over F sharp, we have an E minor 7. I've played this song before. Oh, that was just a regular E minor. E minor 7. I've played this song before, and I feel like just a regular E minor sounds better where they call for the 7th, and the same goes for the B minor 7th. So a B minor would be like this. B minor 7th would be like this. I'm just gonna stick with the regular E minor and B minor. Like I said, it's because I've played this song before, and sometimes you just have to get a feel for the song and kind of make it your own. This is what these chord charts are not like the official artist version of the chords. This is user submitted stuff. So this is somebody's interpretation of listening to the song. Hey, I think these are these chords. For me, I think the regular E minor and B minor sound better throughout the song, so I stick with that. There's also a B flat major chord, and there's a C minor chord. So once you feel comfortable with the transposing aspect, which you don't always have to do, and the being able to play all the chords in that particular song, which you do need to be able to do, then we can go ahead and move on to step 2, which is to listen to the song. And while you're listening to the song, I want you to have the chord chart up and look at it, because the chord that is being played is right above the associated lyric, the word that the singer is singing typically. And so what we do is we listen to the song and see if we can hear the chords changing as we look at the chord chart. The best place that I typically go to listen to the song is just YouTube. You could go to Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you prefer. But I'm gonna go to YouTube and just search for Let It Go. And I'm gonna hit that first result and start listening to the music while I'm looking at my chord chart, trying to hear for those changes. So here we go. So E minor, C, D, A sus, A minor, E minor, change, 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 change. So a really important note at this point is I just was kind of just plugging along, but this particular chord chart example just jumps right in with the lyrics. And sometimes, like if there's an intro with some musical instruments happening before the singer comes in, the chord chart will actually say like intro and just list some chords. This one doesn't actually do it, but in a case like this where there is an intro, but the chord chart doesn't show it, usually the intro will just be the same chords as the beginning of the song. And I know that to be the case with this song. So the song starts with E minor, C, D, A sus, A minor, even before the verse begins, okay? Just a quick side note. All right, so A sus, A, E minor, C, change, 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 D, C, C at 9, change, change, E minor, C at 9, G. All right, so I'll go ahead and stop it there. You're going to want to go through this as many times as you need to feel comfortable. I'm going to kind of stop part of the way through the song each time to keep this video shorter and not longer. Hopefully you understand. But that's what we're doing in step 2. We're listening to the song, looking at our chord chart, and seeing if we can really understand when those chords are changing. All right, step 3 is when we actually play along to the song for the first time. So I'll restart my YouTube video where I'm listening, and I'm going to play a basic version of my chord along with the song. So nothing fancy, no improvisation tools yet, maybe just a little bit of inverting to make chord changes easier. But that's it. I'm going to play each chord one time before moving on to the next chord. And the point of this step is to make sure that I'm understanding when those chord changes are happening even better. And not only do I understand when they're happening, but I can actually play along to it and actually do it myself, all right? So I'll start back at the beginning and I'll get that E minor ready. And remember, I'm playing E minor, but the artist version is probably an F minor. So this is the first time that we'll really see if our transpose function, we did that correctly back to the beginning. So go back to the beginning of the song and then get ready with my E minor. Sounds good. D, A sus, A minor, E minor, C, D. Snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. You have to wait a while on this chord. Let them see, be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it there. That's step 3. We're playing a basic version of the chord along with the artist version. Step 4 is actually very similar. It's called Spice It Up, but what we do is we do the same thing we did in step 3, but we spice it up, all right? We're still playing along with the artist version, but we add in our improvisation tools that actually start to make this sound more like a full and complete song. Now, in this particular case, it is a piano song. Like you hear in the artist version, there is piano. Our goal is not to play the exact notes of the original song, because it would take a lot longer to learn all those notes, maybe memorize all those notes. And I want you to be playing this song much faster than that would take. And so like if you're familiar with like the 80-20 rule, where like typically, 80% of the result comes from 20% of the effort. So I want to spend that 20% effort to get the 80% result. So we're going to make it sound very similar, but it's not going to be like the exact notes or anything. And that's where improvisation tools come in. And so with step 4, I'm going to restart the song from the beginning, but I'm not just going to play the basic version. I'm going to play the spiced up version of the chords, adding in those improvisation techniques here. So here we go, starting back from the top. Let's get that E minor ready.
Snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in.
All right, I'll go ahead and stop it there. That's me spicing up those chords, adding in the improvisation techniques while we're playing along with the artist version of the song, which then leads us nicely to step 5, which is to break free. This is where we start playing without the support of the artist's version of the song. This is where maybe you can start singing along if that's like a goal that you have, or if you have somebody else that's going to be singing along with you, or if you do like me and you're satisfied with this version with nobody singing along, then you could do that as well. So what I'm going to do is play the step 5 version of this song, which is taking it all the way and breaking free. I'll play the first few parts of this song, how I interpret this. I'll be looking at the chord chart once again, but I just won't have that artist version of the song playing along with me. Just me. All right, here we go. So let's end it right there. Once again, I hope that you'll take these steps seriously and you'll play them all the way through, even though I didn't hear. Not only will you play it all the way through, but if you get to the end, you're like, I need more work on it. You'll repeat the step over and over again until you're comfortable with it and then move on to the next step. And if you take that approach, you do this the right way, it really won't take that long to learn new songs, to learn Let It Go in this particular case. So I hope you've enjoyed this little lesson on applying the 5-step song learning process to Let It Go. Give it a shot for yourself and let me know how it goes. Take care, everyone.